Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Joan here, and this is just a recap of what I've been up to. One night I went to Union Square Cafe in the city and was enjoying this really amazing, lovely dinner thanks to my other half. And the next day I flew out to Nashville, which I haven't been there in forever. And the first thing after getting off the plane and being on a long car ride was to find the gym. Didn't want to lose the routine of working out, and it was pretty luxurious to get a whole gym solely to myself, not having to fight for machines and just being anxious that someone is right next to you or waiting for you to get off a machine. So definitely took advantage of this situation. And then funny enough, my sister was raving about this fast food place called Culver's and took advantage of wanting to try that. The next following day, I try my best to journal as much as I can because it's very important to me to just jot all my thoughts and be able to feel mentally better and emotionally better by doing that. So people always think I'm this crazy writer. Then we were on our way to Illinois. This was my first time ever seeing a Love's gas station. And then we were on our way to St. Louis, Missouri, which honestly I didn't even know anything other than what I remember, that Brian Burks lives there out of all people. And I saw the arch from afar and unfortunately didn't get to visit it personally. Just was able to admire it from the car and on the drive. And this was my first time just going on a road trip in the Midwest. And this is honestly the closest that I was able to see the arch from the window. Sucks that, this pole just ruined my shot. Then we came across this bridge that I thought reminded me of a bridge in Boston, if you know it. And so there's also one, I think, in the Bronx in New York, but wanted to document this. And I'm using the Fuji X100VI to take photos. Never came across a Phillips, looks like Route 66 type of gas station, so I just documented a lot of things that caught my eye. These were my crewmates, and so documented them. And then at this point, it was going to be sunset. It was like twilight hour, so it was a good time to take a few sunset photos. And then the next day, we were in downtown Paducah in Kentucky, and I was just documenting random sceneries that I was noticing, especially this woman from afar without my glasses. I was confused in what she was doing, but it seems like she was just stretching on the tree branch. And again, never thought I would ever be here, but it was cool just to take photos and play with the Fuji recipes because I'm still trying to figure out what I like. And then the next day, tried out this coffee shop that had a lot of things going on. Was very confused, but it was okay. Was happy enough to just capture this photo, at least somewhat candid of a man. Then went back to downtown Paducah and was playing again with the Fuji recipes. Enjoyed using the internal ND filter to be able to take the photo of and show the reflections on the window. Was playing around with taking photos of light and shadow, buildings, even though I'm not really crazy about taking photos of buildings. But yeah, the lighting, even though it's super dramatic, it was interesting to capture. There was not that many people walking around, so was just trying to make the best out of it, taking photos. And I just learned about ducks being a trend in Jeeps, so I've been always trying to capture that. And This place actually got burned down, and so I took a photo of the sign. And again, I just never thought I would ever see myself in Kentucky. And then I went to this souvenir shop to buy postcards, which I like to do, and send postcards to people. And this was just me documenting where I was sitting. And then this was on my day off. I was visiting downtown by myself, saw a railroad system that reminds me of home. We have one like this in the park. And then honestly got Culver's again because can't get enough. We don't have it back here. And then as a crew, we went to this indoor skating rink, and I haven't inline skated in forever, so if it looks like I'm struggling, I am, because when you borrow these skates, it feels like I'm like just pulling myself while I have rocks on. That's how it feels like I'm just really pulling rocks. So I just was like, I'm just gonna try to make the best out of it and hope for the best that I don't fall down. So we decided to go one more round until we decided that we're not gonna continue. We were just over it after 30 minutes. But it was fun. It was a fun way to just be a team and hang out on our day off and just do something fun other than just not doing anything at all together. It was like just a good way to just bond. So something I honestly realized that in the Midwest or in suburban areas, going to skating rinks are a thing, but not back home for me. So that was cool.